Don't do it, Caesar. You're already doing it. See, that face tells me everything.
No, I'm trying to get one of these guys so I can get it.
Oh, a link?
Last month, I spent 50 hours maybe getting an elevator. No, I didn't say it.
Watching McDonald's Club, we don't hit it.
Take on that swig. There you go.
Welcome, Heroclix players, to the first of many unboxings for Heroclix at MGS here in El Paso, Texas. Our goal today is to open this bad boy up, take a look at this brick, go through it, see if we can figure out some form of correlation, what comes in the bricks and the boosters. I know many of us have already seen other unboxings, but hopefully we can go ahead and make this special to El Paso, and more importantly special to MGS, and make it something we can do at every single new set that comes out. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and pop this bad boy open. My name is Omar Camacho. I want to thank Jeremiah, who's the owner of this beautiful store, this great establishment. He was kind enough to go ahead and help us out. Allow us to open it up, take a look. If you are familiar with the what if storyline, it's basically what if something happened somewhere else in a previous story. So, for example, what if the Punisher was able to go ahead and accept Doctor Strange's powers, and within so he became the new Sorcerer Supreme. We're going to go ahead and start off over here on our left-hand side. Has a Punisher on the front side. As many of you know, the normal correlation is 2 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare, or something to that effect. There's these theories that depends on where you pull, that's where the chases are at. We don't know that. But starting with this particular booster, what we're going to have here is we're going to see a rare, 2 commons, and 2 uncommons as expected. Here, we're going to go ahead and preview a few of these cards as we go, a few of these dials. Here we have Dr. Stark, and we're going to go ahead and pull the card for Dr. Stark, as well as this Spider-Man over on the right-hand side. This is actually Spider-Man, which is Peter Parker's grandmother, to my understanding. You'll see on one of our screens that we have Doctor Strange, or Dr. Stark slowly turning, and he has a great little power that's called From an Alternate Earth. If this character is on your sideline, you may give a free action to a friendly character named Doctor Strange or Iron Man that's equal or more points. Replace that character with this character on the same click number. You'll see here it shows Tony Stark is the actual Dr. Stark. On the back side, you'll see he starts off with plasticity, 18 willpower, and has 4 clicks of probability control, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and show others. We have Iron Rick, we have Spider-Man himself, Daredevil, and then we're going to go ahead and quickly preview Spider-Man, which I believe has a special power called Wheat Cakes, which is support. Fantastic. Over on the left side, you'll see that Spider-Man is showing up. And there's her card. She's a rare. She has a power called Pastry Decorator, weapon I made. Spider-Man can use Incap. When she does, his characters can't move until your next turn. For those of you who like to use Incap teams, that would be a fantastic piece. Looking at the back of her card, you'll see she has 2 clicks of support, 1 click of perplex, all for 40 points. It's a fantastic, fantastic piece with sidestep and 3 clicks of super senses with that second click of 18 super senses. that will come in handy. I don't think she has, no, she has no TA. So unfortunately, the TA is not going to help. Moving on to our second booster. This has Dr. Who would this be? Dr. Stark on the front. Dr. Stark. This booster has Daredevil, has Carolina Dean, has Oni Leader, Molly Hayes, and Spider-Man. So just looking at this collation, we have 2 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare. We're going to take a look at that rare Daredevil with the bent Billy Club, unfortunately. It doesn't make him any less of a man or any less of a Daredevil. Still the same Daredevil you love. Looking at his card, he has a special power. This special power is on the first 2 clicks. It's Daredevil can use Outwit when he does. After action resolve, he can use Perplex, but only to target the same character. That's fantastic power. How many times have you not wanted to counter someone's super senses and maybe an Outwit if they were carrying that as well? So that's a great power. We're going to leave that card on, and we're going to leave Daredevil up there for a little bit. Another neat looking sculpt is Carolina Dean. I'm going to share the stage here with Daredevil. Let that spin around as well. Carolina Dean has 2 powers. Has the Runaways has the Runaways keyword once per turn. When Carolina Dean attacks, if she is adjacent to a friendly character with the Runaways or Young Avengers keyword, she can re-roll a 1 on a die of the attack roll. Fantastic power there. For a couple of clicks, she also has Barrier and Defend. So that 18 Defend for 75 points. Avengers TA lets you move them for free, not part of your action total. That is a great little piece there. We're going to move on to our third booster. Our third booster has another Punisher on the front. This booster has Chase, Venom Punisher, has Daredevil, has the name of the character is called Chase Stein, Oni Hulk, and has a common Thor. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this Chase Venom Punisher here. We're going to put him on the turntable. Take a look at that bad boy. These Chase Venom, these Venoms are going to be all the Chases are going to be Venom somewhere within them. So we already know there's Venom Thor, there's Venom Hulk, and I believe there's one other Venom. Today another was shown, Poison, I believe. That is a fantastic piece as well. Venom Punisher, Frank Castle, has the alien symbiote trait, which can give him plasticity and shape change, automatically breaks away. Fantastic piece. Anything that comes with alien symbiote is great to have just for the ability to break away whenever you want. He ignores elevation for movement purposes. He's also has a couple of clicks of exploit weakness and perplex, so you can perplex up damage because that 12 attack, starting 12 attack is fantastic. 18 invulnerability. Even though he seems to be a Venom character, most definitely not a character that you have to steal energy to get to the top with. We're going to go ahead and move on to another click. Another box. And that's going to be, oh, by the way, this last one gave us a Chase, uncommon, common, 3 commons, uncommon, and the Chase. So, and that came from the Punisher box. We're going to move on to our fourth box, which has Strange on the front, or Stark, depends on how you want to view it. Still no super rares. So in this box, we have Punisher, we have Iron Lad, we have Holly Mays, common Iron Man or uncommon Iron Man, and rare Iron Man. So it's kind of like an Iron Man fest there with 3 of them. One of them being Iron Lad. This is a good booster if you pull this in sealed. There's Iron Man there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of its powers. Real name Tony Stark, no Avengers TA. Traded Sir Iron Man. When Iron Man doesn't have 2 action tokens, he can use Energy Shield Deflection. That's fantastic. So at range, he is 19 for the first 4 clicks and 18 for the lowest click. It's really good. And even up close, if you're planning on hitting him, you need to have Outwit because he starts off with Imperv, ends with Invulnerability, Range Combat Expert on his first and last 2 clicks. This is a good looking piece, and if you needed to, for whatever reason, he has Smoke Cloud. So the Smoke Cloud has saved me in the past. It will come in handy, and I strongly suggest it to everybody. The next booster is going to be a Punisher booster. We still have not come across any super rares in this set. Let's hope that we can at least get a super rare here. Okay, we have, there's our super rare. Our first super rare is Peace Machine. Now this sculpt is unbelievable. The detail on this sculpt, I feel WizKids really went out of their way. You'll see, it looks great. But this is a really good booster as well. You've got Daredevil, 2 separate Thors, a common and uncommon. You got Chase Stein. This is a fantastic, fantastic booster. Let's go ahead and take a look at the card on this Peace Machine. So the card shows traded, fine-tuned repulsors. Peace Machine can use Force Blast. When he does, he may target opposing characters within 3 squares and line of fire. That's a fantastic power. He also has another trait called Suppression Field. If a character would take 4 or more damage, it takes 3 instead. How many times have we not been hit for 6 damage, and all of a sudden, you'd only take 3? It's fantastic. And as a trade, it can't be outwitted. Of course, he doesn't have any damage be that he can deal out. But he does have a 19 defense, sidestep, TK on click 1. Fantastic. With a outwit as well. I mean, that's a support piece if I've ever seen one. Again, great sculpt, great figure. With plasticity, he can hold you down in the last 2 squares. He's moving forward all the time with sidestep on the other first 2. That is a fantastic piece. So, let's see, and that was a Dr. Stark box that gave us a super rare. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our 6th booster, which is another Dr. Stark box. Again, all these pieces, and if you want to buy your boosters, feel free to come down to MGS. Tomorrow they'll be on sale. Well, here we have Disco Spider-Man, as he's being called, because of that fantastic sculpt. Iron Man, Dr. Stark, Iron Punisher, and over here we have a character called Victorious. Kind of looks like Heroclix from the War of Light set. I'll let you take a look at him over on this side. Victorious, let's take a look and see what his card shows. He is a rare, number 32 of the set. No traits, but has two special powers. The very first power is attack from the future to ensure my past. Victorious can use space teleport. When he does, if he moved half his speed value or less, after actions resolve, he may make a ranged attack. That's fantastic. If he moved more than his speed value, he can use stealth. So you could phase your whole speed values because it's more than. And just in doing so, you can end up in printed hindering, any kind of object that's on there, and you'll be in stealth. So that's great. Otherwise, you can go 5 squares or less and make a range attack. He has 8 range, 2 targets, 3 damage. I mean, what more do you want from a piece? That's a great piece for sealed as well. Another power he has is Hijack the Conqueror's Time Suit. Opposing characters within range and line of fire can't use probability control. I mean, how many times haven't we been hit with prob and we have to re-prob and prob again? It's prob is so strong, and this guy just nullifies that. If a character can't use prob because of this power, Victorious can use prob. So not only does he counter your prob, he gains prob. So this is going to be a great piece to play. 140 points at full, 100 points for 5 clicks with starting invul. Ends up with range combat expert after click 3, so 4 and 5. This guy's going to be problems and trouble for a lot of people. That is for sure. We're going to move on to the 7th booster, and this booster is a Punisher booster, Sorcerer Supreme. Let's take a look, see what we get. I already see a Daredevil. I see Jessica Jones, Spider-Man, Punisher, and a Captain America who looks like he's wielding Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. I'll go ahead and put that over here for you to take a look at. We'll go ahead and take a look at this card. Captain America, real name Steve Rogers, no TA, so he lacks the Avengers TA. He does not have the Avengers keyword as well, so if you're hoping to build on an Avengers theme with him, you are not going to be able to do so. He does, however, have Asgardian. So for those of you who love Asgardians, which there are plenty of you, Asgardian, you're going to love the fact that he's on here. He has Defenders and Soldier keyword, as he very well should. Sadly, he doesn't have Past. I feel like maybe that's a keyword he should always have Past. But he has 2 traits from an alternate Earth. If this character is on your sideline, you may give him a free action. You may give a free action to a friendly character named Captain America, and he is friendly to himself. Or Thor, that's equal or more points. Replace that character with this character on the same click number. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong because it's not equal or less points. It's equal or more points. So that could possibly cause some issues with so many Thors that are in this. That there's 3, I believe, a common, uncommon. The Chase, we'd have to take a look, see its full name to see if it matches and go from there. He also has another trait called Captain America, Hammer and Shield. Captain America can use Energy Shield Deflection and Range Combat. So he has Energy Shield and he has RCE, Range Combat Expert. I mean, those are deadly. 100 points for you to be able to hit 11-6 or 12-5. I mean, that's crazy with a 5 range, 1 bolt. If there's a way to give him maybe Energy Explosion, that he can maybe make somebody's day kind of miserable. At the back end, though, he becomes a close combat monster. Middle 2 are close combat expert. Last 3 have combat reflexes. So you're going to try to hit 19 at close. Click number 4 with that 11 attack. That character, this Captain America, could be pretty lethal. And being a rare, we should expect to see more of him. That's for sure. We're going to move on to the next booster. While we let Captain America spin there a little bit. Here we have a Dr. Stark on the cover. We open him up. We see Iron Man right away. We also have Punisher Squad. We have Iron Rick, Spider-Man, and we have Punisher of the Strange. This sculpt is fantastic. It shows him with an Uzi that he made as Sorcerer Supreme. If any of you read that book, you'll know where he got his special powers from and what happens to him. But he is a super rare. He does have Mystics, and that did come from a Stark booster. We'll go ahead and pop open the card here. Take a look and see what Punisher of the Strange can do. So Punisher of the Strange has two traits. The first one being from an alternate Earth. If this character is on your sideline, you may give him a free action to a friendly character named Doctor Strange or Punisher that's equal or more points. Kind of similar to the character we just previewed, that Captain America. And replace that character with this character on the same click number. So super similar to the Captain America, except instead of Captain America Mjolnir, Captain America Thor, this will be Doctor Strange and Punisher. He also has another trait called to end the ex-vampires. Characters with the monster keyword and adjacent opposing characters can't be healed. It's actually a really good power. If someone is playing one of those vampire dials, trying to hit you with steel energy, not much can be done. Just the fact that he has the Mystics TA, 100 points, running shot, pen psychic with an 11 attack, that's a pretty good piece at 6 range, 1 bolt. If you have him on his second click as a flyer, he does have stealth, still has penetrating psychic blast. However, this time he has the traded prob. Not traded, but he has the prob. Going back to the power, the power's in the front. Okay, good. I thought he was going to be like Cap, where he might have had traded energy shield, but no. So this is fantastic, and this is from a book that I actually own. What If Volume 2? What If Wolverine was the Lord of the Vampires? Some of these old What If books, they're really, really good. I strongly suggest you hit up some comic book stores and pick them up. 1991 goes to show how old I am. So moving on to the next book, the next booster, we have a Punisher. Second to the last. So far we pulled a Chase. We pulled 2 super rares. We pulled quite a few rares. I would say about 4 or 5 rares. Our 9th booster has Peter the Hunter. That sculpt is amazing. Oni Leader. We have Dr. Stark. We have Punisher Squad. And we have another Thor. So let's go ahead and take a look at Punisher the Craven. Punisher the Craven is a fantastic, fantastic piece. It's one of those stories that came at the end of a What If. I don't believe it had a full storyline. There were plenty of What If books where there was a whole story at the front end, and then the back end actually had just a small storyline. And I believe this was one of them. So looking at him, let's take a look at the card. And this makes 3 super rares in a chase for our particular booster. So Peter the Hunter, Enslaved Craven, first trait, because he has 3 of them. At the beginning of the game, place the 4 bystanders listed on this card, and here are the 4. You have Anna Kravinov, Sasha Kravinov, Alyosha Kravinov, and Vladimir Kravinov. And each one does something separate and yet important. Outwit, charge, blades, toughness, flurry, precision strike, fantastic. They work together, so if you hit on both times, whoever you're hitting, short of them having not invulnerable, not impervious, invincible, they're always going to take 1. And then Sasha Kravinov with range combat expert and stealth, you could just place her somewhere. They're all standard foot, so they can all be carried. That is fantastic. I'll hold this card down. So you place those 4 at the beginning of the game, starting area. These bystanders can use carry ability this game, but only to carry each other. Wow, that is going to make him fantastic in either sealed or constructed. The first non-free action you give one of these bystanders each turn does not count towards your action total, and that's important because with other token type characters like Devil Dino and such, all those move actions that they performed, and you're talking 3 move actions from a bystander token individually, all move for free. So I'm glad that they kind of curbed that for this particular character. If this character is on your sideline, you may give him a free action to, so he gets either get replaced as Spider-Man or a Craven, in the same way that the Captain America did, in the same way that the Punisher did as well. That's great. Killed my greatest enemies. When Peter the Hunter kills an opposing character at 50 points or more, after actions resolve, heal him to click number 1 and place a trophy token on this card. Wow. When Peter the Hunter would be KO'd, you may instead remove a trophy token and turn him to the last non-KO click. That is strong. So as long as he keeps KOing people, he keeps coming back. And to start off with charge, blades, exploit, and combat reflexes on 1, that is fantastic. This is going to be a well sought off piece for 90 points. I don't have much more to say other than this is maybe so far my favorite piece that we've pulled today, Peter the Hunter. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our last booster. The last booster has Dr. Stark. We've already pulled 3 super rares, approximately 6 rares, a chase, and a plethora of common uncommon. So in this I expect just a rare. And there's the rare Iron Man. We have, let's take a look here, Spider-Man, Thor, Oni Leader, Iron Lad, which many of you know that Iron Lad is extremely good, and Iron Man. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at them, at this particular Spider-Man. This Spider-Man is the rare. He does have the disco dance going on, so that's always good. Disco Spider-Man makes us all happy. We'll take a look at the card. Working to keep this life. When Spider-Man doesn't have 2 action tokens, he can use combat reflexes. So at 0 tokens and 1 token, he can use combat reflexes. And that's a trait. And seeing as how he does not have Indom or willpower, you might want to always have him at 0 or at 1. With super senses on the first 3, combat reflexes on the last 3, this is going to be a great click. He does have another special power called Whatever a Spider Can. Spider-Man can use charge, and when he does, he ignores elevated, he ignores hindering, and he ignores characters. Gives Spider-Man a power action to move him up to his printed speed value and then make a close attack. So when he has this power, which is at 1 and at 4, he can go full movement, charge. He has super strength on both those specific clicks, so he could potentially hit for 5 with a heavy or 4 with a light. This is going to be a great piece. He has the wild card, the Spider-Man Family TA, which makes him a wild card. So if you're carrying Avengers, you can move them for free. If you're carrying Mystics, Mystics damage is always great. This is going to be a great set. I look forward to it. We hope you can all make it down to MGS this coming Saturday, where we're going to have a 2-booster sealed tournament. The tournament is going to comprise of, Friday at 6 o'clock. The tournament is going to comprise of 2 booster sealed and a Captain America holding Mjolnir. I think the name of the click is actually The Captain. So hopefully you can join us 6 o'clock on Friday. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. And please log on if you haven't already. Go to facebook.com, Military Gamer Supply, like our page, and follow us where we also play not just Heroclix, but we have 40K, we have Dungeons and Dragons, and we can pretty much play any tabletop game that you're looking for. Come talk to the owner, Jeremiah. He'll be more than glad to work with you concerning any tabletop game you're looking into. Thanks again, and we'll hope to see you again. This is Omar Camacho, signing out.